1986 El Camino. Cue the voiceover.
Okay, so hopefully my neighbors don't hate me now. This is what I bought back in the summer of 2018. It's a 1986 El Camino with the original 4.3 liter V6 LB4 swapped for a modern LB3 Vortec engine, and I absolutely love it. More to come on that later. And yes, that is a Grey Goose bottle, aka the coolant return tank. No idea if it's legal. The car was perfect inside. It just needed some minor bodywork and a paint job. The first time around, I let Mako paint it. It cost me about $1,200 with no warranty because I did the bodywork myself to save money. I wanted to go black at the time, but I was convinced if it ain't right, paint it white. And I got to admit, I was really happy. I bought the car just to be weird and pull my boat with something different. But after a few months and really enjoying the car and realizing how inexpensive it was on insurance, I decided to make it my daily driver. And now, after 2 Michigan winters, the Mako paint job has totally failed. And it had some issues to begin with as well, like runs around the wheel wells and splitting on the doors. The car's also taken on a ton of rust, so it's definitely time for a makeover. I started with the wheels, which took 2 days to restore and paint. I cleaned them, I removed all of the rust, then I filled the holes with Bondo, lots of sanding. Then I went with rattle can primer and a dupli cover rattle can base coat that I thought looked cool. It's like a dark silver, and I had some clear left from the Alfa Romeo project, so I just used that up here. I wanted to go with something a little bit darker this time, just switch it up, try something different, and yeah, I'm really happy with how they turned out. But this was just the beginning. At this point, it was time to get started on the car. After a wash, I removed the bumpers, chrome, lights, basically any of the hardware I could take off the car. Then it was time to get serious about the rust removal. After a couple of days of sanding, I moved into filling the irregular spots with Bondo. Unfortunately, all of the rust was just on the surface, so no serious repairs needed. After the Bondo was sanded down, I did try a rust repair product as well, just hoping that might help prevent it from coming back. At this point, it was time to begin painting. I decided to mix my own paints this time to save even more money. Starting with primer, I used 2 quarts of a 1-to-1 mix, which provided me with about 3 coats. Then it was time to sand the primer down after it dried. 400 grit dry seems to be the best bet. Next up, base coat. I was never totally confident in this decision, but I went with blue, very blue, sail blue specifically. This time I mixed about 3 quarts of base with 1 quart of thinner, which again provided me with about 3 coats of base. After the base dried, the next day I applied clear. I wanted to get a really glossy look, so I went with a couple extra coats and mixed 4 quarts of clear with just about a quarter quart of thinner, and this yielded about 4 nice shiny coats of clear. After the clear coat dried a couple of days later, it was time for, yes, you guessed it, more sanding, lots more sanding. This time I wet sanded 1,000, 2,000, and 3,000 grit. It takes about 2 to 3 hours per grit to get all the way around the car. It's really exhausting work, so I did 1 a day. So it took me about 3 or 4 days to get through wet sanding the car. But at that point, I was finally ready to buff and clean up the car. So in total, I spent about $215 on this project. It was about $120 to paint the car, $20 to paint the wheels, $30 in miscellaneous items, and I spent $45 on a new polisher for the car. Brings me to about $215. I honestly have no idea why El Caminos aren't more popular. I mean, I think they are popular, but not to the point that people are buying them. They have so much style and they command eyes on the road, but more importantly, they have function. Well, maybe not function if you have a family, but function for a person with stuff. And if you need to tow something, like I tow my boat or a trailer, it really is a cool, handy vehicle to have that doesn't need to take up too much space or guzzle too much gas. I mentioned the El Camino that I have as the engine swap. It's the 4.3 liter LV3 Vortec engine, a cast iron equivalent of the extremely popular LS swap. It gets really solid gas mileage, just under 20 miles per gallon, and has more than doubled the horsepower from the stock 140 horse that the car originally came with to now really acceptable 285 horses under the hood. The Vortec was used in everything from Chevy Malibus to Silverados and has given me zero problems in the 20,000 miles that I've had the car, or truck, or whatever it is. I still haven't figured that out. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to this channel. I've got a new project soon that I'm going to be helping a friend out with. I'm really excited for that. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. I know this virus is really scary and there's really a lot of uncertainty going on right now, but I wish everyone out there the best during these difficult times.